Hello everyone. I wish you doing well. Vienna in 1908, at the Belvedere Gallery, an incomplete painting of an Austrian artist named Gustav Klimt was displayed, and although he did not put his finishing touches on it, this painting constituted a qualitative shift in the history of world art and is considered the most prominent painting of the artistic separation movement. For Gustav Klimt, this year was just like any year ago, so it was only natural that he worked in his studio from early morning until evening without interruption, with failed painting attempts filling the floor with him, as he repeatedly complained about the difficulties of his work. He wrote in one of his letters, "Either I am old, very tense, or very stupid. There must be something wrong." He may not have known that this year will be the most important in his life. The most expensive paintings over the ages, Gustav Klimt. He is a well-known Austrian artist and painter, and one of the most prominent artists of the separation movement in Vienna. Among his main works are paintings, murals, and other artifacts, many of which are in an exhibition in Vienna, specifically the Art Separation Hall. Klimt was mainly concerned with the subject of the female body, and his works are characterized by an explicit sexual arousal display, and this is most evident in many sketches, drawings by pens only. These feminine themes, whether sharp or vague, contain always nude photos and show high awareness even at the end of this century. The latter is consistent with the principles of the separatist movement, which is centered around the idea of revealing the truth and breaking the barriers of negative shame. Gustav Klimt was born in Baumgarten, near Vienna in Austria-Hungary, and is the second of 7 children, 3 boys and 4 girls. His mother, Anna Klimt, her nickname before marriage, Finister, had an unrealized aspiration to be a musician. His father, Ernst Klimt the Elder, was formerly a Bohemian, a gold engraver. Each of their 3 children demonstrated artistic talent from early on. Klimt's younger brothers are Ernst Klimt and George Klimt. Klimt lived in poverty while attending Kunstgewerbeschule Vienna, a school of applied arts and crafts, and now the University of Applied Arts in Vienna, where he studied architectural decoration from 1876 to 1883. He was revered as the photographer of Vienna's major history at the time, Hans Makart. Klimt quickly absorbed the principles of conservative training. His early work could be categorized as academic. In 1877, his brother, Ernst, who wanted to be like his father, enrolled in school. The brothers and their friend, Franz Match, started working together, and by 1880 they received many assignments as a team they called the Artists' Company. They also helped their teacher photograph the murals of the Kunsthistorische Museum in Vienna. Klimt began his career in photographing interior murals and ceilings in huge public buildings on Ringstrasse, including a successful series of icons and emblems. In 1888, Klimt received the Gold Medal of Merit from the Austrian Emperor Franz Joseph I for his contributions to the murals depicted at the Burgtheater in Vienna. He also became an honorary member of the Universities of Munich and Vienna. In 1892, Klimt's father and brother Ernst died, and he had to take financial responsibility for the families of his father and brother. The tragedies also affected his artistic vision, and he soon proceeded to a new personal style. The inclusion of the nudivaritas, abstract truth, as a symbolic figure in some of his works was a hallmark of his style at the end of the 19th century, including Ancient Greece and Egypt, 1891. Pallas Athena, 1898, and Nudivaritas, Abstract Truth, 1899. Historians believe that Klimt denounced by the Nudivaritas, Abstract Truth, both the Habsburg policy and Austrian society, which ignored all political and social problems of the time. In the early 1890s, Klimt met Austrian fashion designer Emilie Louise Flug, his sister's sister-in-law, who remained his companion until the end of his life. His kiss painting, The Kiss, 1907-8, is believed to be a picture of them as loved ones. He designed many of the costumes she implemented and wore as a model in his work. In 1897, Klimt became one of the founding members and president of Wiener Secession, the Vienna Secession, and the group Patrol of Versacrum, the Holy Spring. He remained with separation until 1908. The group's goals were to present exhibitions of unconventional young artists, to bring the works of the best foreign artists to Vienna, and to publish its own magazine to showcase the work of members. The group has not announced any official statement of a plan of action, nor has it been involved in promoting any specific style, the coexistence of naturalists, realists, and symbolism together. The government supported their efforts and granted them a lease on public land to set up a showroom. The symbol of the collection was Pallas Athena, the Greek goddess of just causes, wisdom, and the arts, which Klimt drew in his extreme version in 1898. In 1894, Klimt was charged with photographing 3 paintings to decorate the ceiling of the Great Hall of the University of Vienna, which was not completed until the end of the century, and his 3 paintings, philosophy, medicine, and legislation, were criticized for their extremist, radical subjects and components, and they were described as pornography. Klimt transformed symbolism and traditional tales into a new language that was more sexually explicit and thus more disturbing to some. The violent popular protest came from all political, aesthetic, and religious circles. As a result, the paintings shown in the gallery below were not displayed on the ceiling of the Great Hall. This will be the last public commission that the artist will accept. All 3 paintings were destroyed when withdrawn German forces burned Immendorf Castle in May 1945. His Naked Truth painting determined his call for the utmost total change of the ruling classes. A bluntly naked red woman holds the mirror of truth, while a quotation of Friedrich Schiller appears in stylized letters. If you cannot please everyone with your deeds and art, only the land of the few, since satisfying the many is bad. 8. In 1902, Klimt finished the Beethoven under the frieze ornament for the 14th Vienna Session Gallery, which was intended to celebrate the composer and also contained a multicolored memorial statue carved by Max Klinger. Because it is only for the sake of the gallery, the motifs are directly depicted on the walls with light materials. The painting was preserved after the exhibition, although it was not re-exhibited until 1986. The face in Beethoven's portrait represented the music composer and director of the Vienna State Opera Gustav Mahler. 9. During this period, Klimt was not limited to public assignments. Beginning in the late 1890s, he spent summer vacations with the Floch family on the beaches of Attersee and photographed many of the landscapes there. These landscapes represent the only artistic genre Klimt took seriously, as well as portraying characters. In appreciation of his enthusiasm, locals called him Waldschrat, the devil of the forest. The Klimt paintings by Attersee have enough number and quality to merit a separate estimate. Officially, landscapes featured the same design and exquisite textures as sculptures. The deep spaces of Atterssee's work were so efficiently flattened to one level that Klimt was believed to have depicted them using a telescope. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my friends.